Evening all, welcome to some more tactics. And yes, we're still using the plasma cannon because, haha, it's fun. Anyway, so as things are progressing, somebody tries to plasma me. How dare you, sir? How very dare you? There's an interesting kind of, I guess, situation brewing in the game at the moment. And let me take some time to explain what I mean. The the reality is that matchmaking is getting worse and worse. Okay, now I don't know what the numbers are, but I do check Eve offline every so often. But I do, we are down noticeably on certain numbers, which is a shame. But it's interesting because I'm noticing that actually, and again, I don't mean any disrespect here. It does feel that actually the majority of the people left playing the game are maybe not aware that actually it's going. I'll let that sink in a second. Yeah, seriously, I'm getting like loads of people contacting me saying, oh, I've just heard about Legion. What's going to happen with Dust? And I'm like, what, really? And I've had this a few times now, and I think I've even spoken about it. But it's like, wow, really? You didn't know. And I was speaking to a guy last night who I said, look, yeah, it's going. How could you not know that? And he was like, oh well, I don't read the forums because lol, and I don't really. I don't engage with the game that much. I wasn't aware that it was going, and they're like, "There's nothing on the loading screen. There's nothing here." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, because it's not going anywhere just yet." And that was an interesting one for me because I was like, "Wow, how can?" And they say, again, I'm always suspicious because it's like, "Oh, they say they watch every video I do." Do you, bro? Do you really? I think there must be something literally wrong with that one. Anyway. I think, to be honest, there's still quite a lot of people who aren't aware the game's going, which is a shame in a way, because I think CCP are not particularly kind of broadcasting it well enough. But again, should they? Probably not. There does seem to be a very kind of hardcore group of people who will just continue to play this game, and they will, continue to enjoy it. And I respect those dudes incredibly. I think, there's still a lot here to be done. And have fun with and be seen to do and so on. So I think to be honest, there's plenty to do. I think maybe the biggest issue for me is just making people understand actually to try different things. Sad to see when so many people still play the game with just the fit of the month, and they won't deviate from it. They won't enjoy the game by having some kind of different style of fun. And I think that's a shame because there's so much more to do and see in the game, particularly for myself as well. I would love to see it if they just removed all the skill requirements for guns at some point and made it so you can run whatever the hell you like. I think that would be quite enjoyable as well. Not proto, just level 1 maybe. Give everybody level 1 in every gun. And then just, while the game winds down and just let people go wild and see what other guns are like. Too many people have just channeled everything into combat rifle proficiency level 5 and everything level 5, and they've just got no points in anything else, so they're not trying anything else. So when they get bored of that one gun, they're leaving, and I think that's kind of foolish. What you could do is open the game up in these kind of twilight hours of the game and just open everything up, say everybody's got level 1 in everything now, so at least you can run certain guns. Now they won't do this because obviously they make money from Aurum sales of suits to do that. So at the moment the way they do it is exactly, they do actually do that entire model I've just described there, but they do it through Aurum. So you have to buy a suit so you can play with a particular suit without any need to do it. You know what I mean? And I think that's a shame in a way because, to be honest, I can't imagine too many people are still buying Aurum. I mean, I could be wrong, but I certainly don't. I'm even stopping running boosters for a while as well, only because I don't really want to. I'm not, call me stupid, but I'm suspicious of CCP when they don't commit to moving all across skill points, etc. What they've committed to at the moment is that they'll move all relevant stuff, etc., which again I'm suspicious of. Let's say so. For the time being, I am not going to buy boosters. I'm not going to do anything really other than what I do currently, which is just play the game. I don't even cap every week because oh my god, I can't be bothered with that. And I think really it's just a case of maybe just waiting to see what happens. I suspect once CPM1 is elected, one of their first things they're going to have to do is to discuss how, or rather be told, plans of how they're going to, I guess, compensate people for the situation. Do you know what I mean? How they're going to sort of set people's, transfers across, etc. Because I think if they don't get that right, they'll lose the little few players that are left playing this game. Do you know what I mean? I think that is going to be my biggest fear at the moment, is they're just not going to look after maybe the most loyal of their people. To be honest, I have that fear. It's not that they're trying to kind of screw people over. I think it's just because they probably have to consider that, the worst thing that could happen is that they make 100, 200, 300, whatever it is, 1,000, whatever. They make those players super godlike from the get-go. And then when all the Eve players log in and play, they're getting stomped by the old Dust players. That's even worse. So, you can't have that either. I suspect that probably would be the vast majority of CPM1's to-do list, would be to sort that out. And I don't envy him for that. It's why I'm not running. I have no interest in running. Never did. I debate the use of it, to be honest. I'm always suspicious when, because again, companies are very quick to use, hooks and traits and trinks and cheats and things. They're always quick to use anything they can to say, look at us and our game. Look at our marketing of this game. Aren't we brilliant? And I'm highly dubious of the whole affair, to be honest with you. And that's always been my issue with it. It's not a negative towards the game. If people want to do it, then good on you. But just realize you're kind of being used when you do, because that's actually, that's part of the thing of what they do. I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. But I'm always suspicious when they kind of, say, well, this is what it's going to do, blah, blah, blah. And I think, CPM1 has got quite a challenge ahead of it if it's going to, effectively transfer across everything in a kind of orderly way. I suspect it probably won't happen. I think there's going to be quite a little bit of rage. And I think people are going to be very, very unhappy, I think, generally, because there's going to be quite a bit of, distrust. There's going to be a huge... again, even me, somebody who in theory should trust CCP more than I do, I'm just aware that a lot of it is out of their control. I think, in fact, the green light hasn't been given for Legion still concerns me quite a lot. There's many different things that just give me that moment to say, well, I'm worried about this. I think there's a lot of things left to be done here. And I think, to be honest, CPM1 is not on the list of things that need to be done right now, but, what can I say? But there we go. So, it's going to be, I think, a bit of a tricky time. And again, people are still loving to kind of remind me that I'm flogging a dead horse. Well, I know I'm not marketing this game for CCP. I'm playing it and doing videos of it that people enjoy. That's it. And if one person enjoys a video, or if 2,000 enjoy it, then I'm happy either way. I think at the end of the day, it's a hobby, and you only ever do these things as a hobby anyway. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of a downer in it, but what can you say? What can you say? I think, to be honest, the game is still there. It's still fun. Don't play it if you're going to get enraged by it. There's been times when I've logged on and I've played 2 or 3 games and I've just gone, nope, not working today. It's terrible. It's put us in a group with just people who are playing terrible tactics. It's put us in a group with people who are strafing like crazy dudes, and it's just, no, not feeling it today. And I just log off and I go and play Space Engineers, and then I sit there with a big smile on my face as I space mine for my space station so I can have my space lot filled quite happily. So, to be honest, that's what you do, isn't it? Gaming's just it's a way to escape, and it's a way to relax. Dust does still do it for me, though, and I do honestly mean that. I think you just have to find the fit and the style of play that you like. I've always loved fast-paced games. I used to play a game called Call of Duty. This was the original mod for Half-Life, and that game was brilliant because it was a one-shot kill. So you could run around a corner and with your M1 Garand shoot someone and they would die. And that was unheard of back in the day. And once I got very good at it, I could just run around with my flaylock M1 Garand and just shoot dudes and kill them in one shot. And I became a demon at that game. And that's it. That's what you enjoy. I imagine a lot of people joined the game. I shot them and they left. So this is this is the thing. You lives and learns, as they say. There we go, fun match, flawless victory, I didn't die. Check out that. Not bad for a plasma cannon comedy fit, I think you'll agree. So there we go, hope you enjoyed that, we'll see you next time.